Good afternoon. It is, I gotta make sure, May the 26th, 2026 at 1:20 p.m. And my name is Miss Kim, and I am the owner of Miss Kim's Tarot and Tea Room, where I do astrological and tarot readings for people. And if you notice, and if you've been keeping up, I'm looking in a different area where I've been having to sit in bed because of an injury, but it's getting better and I'm able to move around a little bit better. So what I've got today is the medicine cards. This deck is my collection and it is 38 years old. And it still looks like it just came out of the box. So these are the cards. This is what the back looks like. They're shiny. And then we've got just different animals. And I thought I would ask some spiritual guidance. Porcupine, coyote, or coyote, depending on where you're from. The armadillo. They're beautiful cards. So I'm basically just going to ask, what kind of spiritual advice do the cards want to give for today and the next day or two? Okay, so let's just do that. I'm going to spread them out. They're a little bit more difficult to spread. So the first card is Squirrel. And I'm going to read what it says about the squirrel. Look at that pretty little squirrel. So, let's see for the squirrel. Here she is. So it comes with a little book. And this is not like reading tarot cards at all. So it's similar. It gives good advice. If the squirrel has scurried into your cards today, it may be that you are being told to honor your future by readying yourself for change. The message could be to lighten your load if you have gathered too many things that do not serve you, which is what I'm doing right now too. These things can include thoughts, worries, pressures, stresses, or gadgets that have been broken for years. In understanding the balance involved in gathering, you need to look at the idea of circulating the stock of what you have gathered. Call the nearest thrift store to give the gadgets to someone who can benefit from them. If something no longer grows corn for you, then it's time to let it go. Squirrel has another lesson which can aid you to observe what is obvious, which can prepare you for anything. It has to do with a safe place in which to put your gatherings. This safe place is an untroubled heart and mind, and that which is gathered to put in this place is wisdom and caring. The energies gathered will set your mind and heart free, so that you will know that all will be taken care of in its own time. Apply this to your fears about the future, and they will vanish. All right. Squirrel, I am taking your advice, and I'm just going to ask if there's just a short bit of advice left, and then I'm going to do a spread for a 10 card spread for the collective, which means us, what we need to know. I'm a collective, you're a collective, we're all collective. So, Fox, that's pretty. Okay. So let's take a look for the fox. I'm trying to get these down to shorter so I won't cause Instagram to not let me upload because that happens. If Fox has chosen to share its medicine with you, it is a sign that you are to become like the wind, which is unseen yet able to weave into and through any location or situation. Yet is able to weave into and through any location or situation. You would be wise to observe the acts of others rather than their words at this time. Use your cunning nature in a positive way. Keep silent about who and what and why you are observing and learning the art of camouflage. You need to test your abilities to pull this off. So it looks like we need to have some observation going on. All right. While learning from Fox, you might also gain confidence in your ability to know instantly what will happen next. After observing for a while, you'll become aware of a certain predictability in given situations to be able to quickly make your move. Fox medicine teaches the art of oneness through its understanding of camouflage. With Fox medicine, you are being asked to see all types of uses for oneness. So, much like the clowns at the rodeo, Fox can keep a raging bull from stampeding a friend or family member. Fox can use silly tactics as brilliant camouflage. No one could guess the sly power behind such ingenious maneuvers. Okay. Looks like we got to apply some camouflage and be looking into situations that people don't know we're watching. Okay, so let's go into my favorite, the Rider-Waite, which is what I use pretty much all the time, except when I'm sharing my cards with you, and there's quite a few. I'm going to keep giving you examples of what they look like, but like I don't know if these cards are completely out of print, but I do know they were actually, when purchased was in 1988, so they're 38 years old. All right, what does the collective need to know? Here we go. There is grounded male energy that is going to be very important, and that has to do with real estate sometimes. It has to do with finding property, or possibly a purchase of a home, or finding your permanent home might be something that would be in this. And it's also anything that has to do with the earth. So that's farming, gardening, anything that is earth related will be important at this time. And then it is showing there's going to be a massive change coming up over the next 20 days. So a situation will renew itself in some way where you may have thought it was long gone and dead, but something is going to revive that again and create a new set of circumstances. So just be aware of that. And then it's showing what is important is real, true love. There's the Two of Cups, which is the difference between sacred and profane love. And this card is truly what love is. It's unselfish, and it seeks for everyone to have their portion instead of somebody walking away with all the spoils, or it's something temporary. This is something where there is true care, compassion, and love, which is excellent. And then we have this one, the Two of Cups, which is the struggle between the sacred and profane love. You can work with that. Attraction is wonderful, and all of these physical attributes, but ideally you're trying to work toward that perfect love. And then it's showing that you might be flipped around where you have to see things from a different point of view and perspective to be able to totally capture what is happening and where and how to proceed in the future. And then here I'm being told to take these two cards, which is excellent because these are two of the best cards in the deck. It's the Star, having bright hopes and prospects and keeping a good balance of energy. And this is bringing prosperity, good relationships into the home, a reason for joy and happiness and celebration. Not too shabby. And then here shows generosity. What you have given out will now be bestowed back to you, possibly 3 to 10-fold, and receiving attention for the things that you have done that are positive. So this is kind of like a karmic card in a positive way. And then we have a big transformation, but it does look like it's going to help with vitality and health and things being more attractive to you. So it's a positive transformation, because a lot of times when people see the death card, they're like, but when you get it with the strength card, that's a positive thing, a positive transformation moving in the right direction. And then we have a lot of activity that's going to be starting up, specifically more in June, and you're going to see that energy as we progress more into June. But it's already getting there. And then we have the outcome card, which is you may get a wish that's of your heart that you have wanted for so long, of an emotional nature. It could be a physical, actual material thing, but normally it's an emotional thing that you want with your heart. And then it shows a message coming from a young fire sign. A page can be male or female, or an announcement connected with this person who's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So just be aware that there could be a message coming in. And then it says there could be, after that announcement, you kind of going your own way, or the people may be in one direction and you might choose to go to the left where they're going to the right, because you want that peace, you want that solitude, you want time to emotionally heal, and you want to be detached and not get involved in some of the drama. So there could be a message comes in that could definitely affect you as a wish deep in your heart that you want. But after the fact, you might just go on your own way, which is a really interesting shift of energy. Okay, so I'm going to ask, is there anything else that we need to know with a short 3-card spread? So I really wasn't planning on doing too much of this today, but I thought, what the heck, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm able to go into another room, and my energy level is finally happy and up. Okay, so what do we need to know this week? Just spiritually, as guidance, what do we need to know? It's saying there are some loss that you might be grieving, but it is from the past and you cannot do anything about that anymore. Just staying in your heart about something that grieves you, that is causing you to not be able to look around in your environment and see what's still there, what still wants to manifest in your life. Don't waste your time with crying over spilt wine in this case, but spilt milk, and look to what you have that you can work with, still work with, that gives you an opportunity to do something wonderful with your life. It is saying that you may have a meeting with 2 other people about something with finances, but it also can mean a mediation in some way, where you might have a legal mediation, or somebody also would ask you to work with them because you have great skills and they seek you out because of your skills. These are the descriptions of this card. And then the outcome is you may be turned upside down so that you can see things from a different point of view. But I'm feeling a person comes across in your energy field, or you hear something that totally rings true for you that you did not think about, that puts you on the road in a different direction with a challenge or problem that you've had, that you have kind of not understood how to proceed. So this change of perspective is going to bring enlightenment and put you on the path where you need to go. All right, so that's what I got today. I hope you enjoyed the medicine cards. That's the box, and these are the books if you ever want to try to check those out. A lot of times people look at totems to get information about animals, particularly Native American. for people that want to explore that. So that's why I got it, because I wanted to know more about the totems and what the animals were trying to say. But I hope that you enjoyed having a preview of the cards, a short one, and I hope that I will see you soon, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.